Hi guys, I'm Lottie.
And I'm Tom, and welcome to our YouTube channel where we are documenting our travels all around the world. Come with us.
So Lottie and I have wanted to travel together for so long now, so we finally took the plunge, moved out of our flat just outside of London and booked that one-way ticket. First stop was the Maldives.
But before that, we had the hard part of saying an emotional goodbye to our friends and families, and of course my family dogs.
So I don't really know how I'm feeling this evening. It's been definitely an emotional day. There's been a couple of tears, like just knowing that, we're sort of like leaving for a while and we don't know when we're coming back. But also like excitement. It kind of doesn't feel like it's actually happening.
The next morning, after our great leaving meal with the family, we headed to Gatwick and we were off.
The flight felt like it took forever, but I slept for most of it and we managed to find some games to play together on the plane.
And before we knew it, we had touched down in what was actually quite a cloudy Maldives, but luckily it didn't last for the whole trip.
We actually didn't film too much in the Maldives because we really wanted to try and disconnect, but because it was so beautiful, we couldn't help but get a couple of clips.
The resort itself was incredible, the service was unreal, and we stayed in one of those overwater villas. It had a beautiful balcony overlooking crystal clear waters, a bathroom that was outside, and this awesome looking glass floor where we could see all the fish swim beneath us. They called us Mr. Tom and Mrs. Lottie the whole time and communicated with us via our very own private WhatsApp chat, which was really cool, telling us about reservations, excursions, and just what was going on in the resort that day.
On Monday, I celebrated my 30th birthday, and honestly, it was one of the best birthdays I've ever had. We had a lovely breakfast, followed by a massage, and then when we came back to the room, our lovely room attendant had decorated it so beautifully. Just look at this.
And I had a few decorations that I'd asked her to put up, but I honestly didn't expect it to be this good.
I was so emotional, I couldn't believe how much effort she had put in. And then if that wasn't enough, our amazing island host and all the incredible waitresses surprised me at dinner with a vegan cake singing happy birthday. It was just incredible.
Oh, and we can't forget about the lemon shot that we saw as well in the morning.
Yeah, that was really cool.
All-inclusive package, we got 2 free excursions. We chose the sunset cruise and the snorkeling. It was a little bit cloudy on the day that we did the cruise. We didn't have the most amazing sunset. The snorkeling though, that was amazing. We had such a wide variety of fish. The visibility wasn't the best, so our footage isn't great, but hopefully it can translate just how incredible it really was.
After the sunset cruise, we got picked up from our water villa to go to Asia's biggest underwater restaurant. The restaurant was actually built in Sri Lanka and then shipped over and sunk down into the sea. It was so mesmerising sitting there. I'm not even sure we had a conversation between us because we were so fascinated by the marine life swimming by. I actually think we should take a moment now just to appreciate the chefs. Every single meal, the head chef came out to me. Because I have a vegan diet, he wanted to make sure I had something I could eat. And I can honestly say, every meal that came out of that kitchen was the best vegan food I've ever had.
On our 5th day, it was sadly time to say goodbye and head to the airport for our next adventure.
Bye bye Maldives. Hello Bangkok, baby.
4.5 hours later and an extremely quick process through the airport, we had finally arrived.
So this is our first ever grab order in Thailand. We've just arrived in Bangkok. We went for this vegan place. It actually looks really good, to be fair. These are the goods. Thai green curry with roti, and then Lottie got some kind of pasta noodle thing. Noodles. Both looks really good, so we shall see. So how was your first meal in Thailand?
Spicy.
Too spicy?
Yeah.
Have you got the sniffles?
Yeah.
How much water have you drank?
A whole bottle.
1. Probably gonna finish that one off as well.
Yeah.
And after a good night's sleep, we were ready to start exploring the city.
We left the Maldives, now we're in Bangkok. Can you tell? Look at the wires up there.
We had a little wander down Chinatown, which was chaos. There were people everywhere, stalls everywhere, people lying in the street. It was just madness.
Our first tuk-tuk ride of the trip. Our next mission was to book our train tickets up to Chiang Mai.
So we just come to get our train tickets from Bangkok to Chiang Mai for Saturday, hopefully, fingers crossed. but we didn't expect the station to be this big. Have a look at this. All the way down, like way down there as well. This is literally like an airport. Taxis waiting outside and everything.
They have different gates as well. We didn't even know what that even meant. So we just put gate 10. We have no idea where we are right now.
Yeah, let's just see if we can actually
find a ticket
get a ticket for Saturday, and then we'll let you guys know. So we found the ticket office. It's at gate number 13. If you need to go there.
So the train's fully booked. So our advice would be book in advance. We're now just trying to figure out if we're going to go on the bus all the way or plane. Plane is a little bit more expensive, and we have to pay for luggage. And we've got a fair bit of luggage.
Yeah, it's Thursday. We're trying to book a train for Saturday, and it's already fully booked. Like most of them were already fully booked, the day and the night one. So
yeah, we
definitely need to
looked,
book at least a week in advance, I would say.
Yeah, we even looked for Friday evening. We don't need to leave until Saturday, but because we're doing something first thing on Sunday, we need to be there Saturday night. Really,
No, yeah,
pushing it
100%,
too
don't
far,
have a
too
choice.
fine.
We just have
So-
to book the flight and stomach the cost
Yeah, I think so.
this time. Oh well,
Oh well.
lesson learned. So we have come to the Icon Siam shopping mall, and this place is mind-blowing. Let me just show you the board just for the dining. That is without all of the shops as well. Have a look at this. Look at all of these food places just in this one mall. Look at this. This place is honestly crazy, and it's super luxurious as well. Has like your Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all that sort of stuff, but also has H&M and Zara and other shops as well. So really cool, but just fascinating to visit. And the bottom floor where all of the food is I don't even know how to explain it. It's crazy. We'll throw in some shots here of what it looks like and what's going on down there. But highly recommend.
I just found it so crazy, the contrast between this and Chinatown.
We then started to get a little peckish, so we took a walk from the shopping centre to find this vegan cafe that Lottie had found on the Happy Cow app.
Honestly, if you're vegan and you struggle when you're traveling, I 100% recommend you to get this app. You can literally search any place in the entire world and it will tell you all the vegan restaurants, veggie restaurants, or restaurants that have vegan options. Honestly, it's a lifesaver and you find so many hidden gems like this one.
Good.
How is it?
Really good. So we just finished lunch at Capra Cafe. Fully vegan, right? Cafe.
Yeah,
I think
fully
vegetarian
vegan.
as well.
Yeah, no,
fully
fully
vegan.
vegan.
Fully vegan restaurant down this kind of back alley sort of thing. It was a little bit difficult to find, but we found it, and I highly recommend the food. I mean, I'm not vegan anyway, but the food was really good. The lovely lady that I assume runs it, owns it, I'm not sure,
She must have been
gave
there,
us
I think.
to try this sweet tea, and it is really nice, perfect
Yeah.
in this heat as well. So yeah, if you're in Bangkok and you want to go to a vegan restaurant, I highly recommend the Capra Cafe. Go check it out.
So I wanted to keep Lottie's birthday celebrations going when we touched down in Bangkok. So for one of her presents, I booked us to go to this rooftop bar with panoramic views of the city, followed by a lovely meal at a little vegan Michelin star restaurant in the city.
I've never experienced anything like fine dining before. To be honest, I didn't even know you could get vegan fine dining, but apparently this place is leading the movement for vegan fine dining, which is pretty cool.
We had 8 courses each in total, which actually felt like 10, 11, 12 to be honest. Each of them with a tiny bit on the plate, but so nicely designed. I thought we'd still be hungry after it, but we were so full. We were in there for literally 4 hours. and safe to say we slept well that night. But one cool thing that they did also have was a secret passageway to the toilets, literally like you see in the movies. Day 2 in Bangkok, and our first stop was picking up essentials in 7-Eleven, of course, and then we headed over the road to Lumpini Park.
It was so beautiful. Bangkok is such a hectic city, and this park felt like a bit of an escape.
Straight away, we came across this sign, and it was literally just a couple of minutes until we saw one of them. Just look how big this guy is, and you can see how far his tail goes back as well. They look like mini dinosaurs.
I thought they were pretty cute.
Yes. Well, anyway, we spotted some boats on the other side of the lake, and we found out that you get 30 minutes for free. So obviously we had to go and do that.
So our little swan doesn't seem to be working, so they're coming to rescue us on another swan. This is funny. He's pushing us back. Round 2, we're off. Look at our little swan.
Only we could sit in a peddler and it not actually work. But no, this is a great thing to do. The views of the city were awesome, and of course, it's free.
After that, we wanted to head towards the Grand Palace, but the traffic in Bangkok is so bad that we braved the metro.
Body cap. We want just on a single to Sanam Chai.
Okay, for two?
For
Yes,
two?
please.
Yeah, just one way.
Okay, 52 baht.
And just a heads up, they don't take cards, so make sure you bring cash.
I was so surprised by their metro system. I've worked in London for 12 years, and honestly, it was so much more modern, cleaner than our underground system by miles. They have aircon on all the trains, it's way more spacious, way more organised, and you can connect to 5G whilst on the train. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be as good as it was.
And when we got off, there was quite a lot of people walking down the path in the other direction, which made Lottie move to the side and unfortunately step in a big pile of wet mud.
Ugh, it was gross. I was trying to be polite and just lost my balance. But as soon as we got to the temple, I headed straight to the toilets and washed my foot with soap. I was then happy.
The place was stunning though, super interesting to walk around and see all of the incredible architecture.
Make sure when you visit these type of places to bring a t-shirt to cover over your shoulders. I think shorts were okay as long as they weren't too short. I think it's above knee length when they'll ask you to cover.
So we went to go and see the lying down Buddha, which I suppose is probably the main attraction there. We've got these bags to carry your shoes in because you can't wear shoes inside. There are different points that you could queue to take a photo, but be aware there are lots of people that don't bother queuing and will definitely photobomb your photos.
The heavens decided to open whilst we were having lunch, so we hid in the restaurant until that cleared up. But on the plus side, when it did clear up, there was a massive rainbow that came out to say hi.
And then we wanted to go into the palace, but honestly we just ran out of time, so we're going to have to save that one for the next time we visit Bangkok. Instead, we took a nice 25-minute stroll to the canal.
I'd love to come back here later in the evening because it seemed a lot of the stalls were just opening up.
And when we got back, we headed straight into the pool for a night swim in the swimming pool, as it was written in the lift.
Thousands and thousands of bats were flying over. We didn't know if they'd been circling around, but they just kept coming. It was so surreal, we just couldn't stop watching it.
It had been pouring down with rain pretty much all afternoon and evening, and lightning, so I don't know if that brought them out, but what a great way to end the day.
Morning, so we're on our way to Don Mueang Airport, I might have just butchered the name, to fly from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. We tried to book the train a couple of days ago, but it was way too busy, so if you do want to travel by train, then you have to book that weeks in advance at least. We booked it 3 or 4 days in advance and it was fully booked, all classes, everything, so get that booked up in advance. But yeah, we're going to fly instead, pretty cheap, and also adding a ton of bags. We've got like over 30 kg, well roughly 30 kg each, but adding extra baggage was actually pretty cheap. It's like £8 each, so worth it. So yeah, we're just on the way to the airport now. There we go.
So that wraps this video up. We'll see you in the next video when we take on Chiang Mai.